YouTube, it is Krakoon again, bringing you another gameplay slash commentary, man. Riding back with the gold Olympia. Y'all know how it is. You get me? It's in 2 parts, so I'm gonna have to split off the video and all that kind of shit. But peoples, back to E3, man. It's obviously all gone down this week. It's gonna be Tuesday today, so you're seeing this on the Tuesday thing. I don't know why I keep on saying Tuesday. Stating a couple of things that I noticed with all that kind of shit, and it's not really too late to be talking about E3 and all that kind of shit, but had to collate all my information and just like wait for the whole week to be over, make sure you didn't miss anything out and all that kind of shit, and then bring it all into one. And I was going to try and do it in a whole one commentary, but I ran over because I usually do and all that kind of shit, man. But pretty much, man, back onto it straight as we were going. From the demo, what else I can derive is obviously that there's been some speculation about how there's gonna be dual scopes or something like that, and we saw an actual demonstration of it. So there was a holographic sight, and you press something on the D-pad, and then he had the capability to flip down an ACOG scope onto it, and it made his view longer. And what do I think about that personally? It's very interesting, really. It's very interesting. I looked at it and like probably had to take a little time to have a look at it and everything like that, and like go back and watch it again like a couple of times. And I don't know. It looks interesting and extremely good. Do I think it's gonna like benefit and be a very different viable role within the multiplayer? I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. But as it says, it only just brings upon the point that they're going to try and make the maps bigger and all that kind of shit, and then that obviously leads on to the point is they're going to make the maps bigger, but are they gonna add more people into the lobbies? And then are they gonna, if that factor's going where there's going to be more people and more issues about connections and non-dedicated servers and all that kind of shit, then does it lead that they're going to have dedicated servers? Because there's been no information about dedicated servers yet. They're all keeping it all stum about that kind of shit. So I'm not really sure what's going to go on with all that. But what I can tell, man, the dual scopes look sick, and obviously they're only going to put it in the multiplayer if you're going to need them, because you need to be able to alternate between medium to close range to long to very long range or something like that. So that's only going to be needed if there's going to be very, very extremely large maps. And here you see the host quits, and then I've got to get into this little position with this guy, like a little standoff. But I'll be back waiting it out with this guy again, waiting for the fucking host to spawn back in and all that kind of shit, man. But yeah, man, dual scopes, they look good. I've got to say, it's going to be an interesting little factor for the developers for this new kind of situation to go down. And I don't know, it should be interesting, but we've all got to wait and see for some multiplayer footage, generally speaking. Also, on top of that, something else I derived from the little demo thingy, something that maybe people didn't pick up on as much as like I did when I watched it. But I saw Robert Boland was playing the demo and all that kind of shit, and the knife melee, or the melee attack, or whatever you want to say, like the knifing, and it's interesting, really. It's very interesting. And I don't know, there was what I picked up from it, he knifed somebody a first time round, and he ran up the steps, he went directly behind this enemy and knifed him, and then he did it again later on where he was on top of the roof and there was an enemy coming towards him. So he like walked over to the enemy, like knifed him with his knife, and then like obviously went on about the shit and all that kind of shit. But there's something interesting that I noticed about it, and the knife relay in the game looks extremely slow, and I mean extremely slow. Literally, he went over to these guys 2 times. He knifed them. The knife had gone away. It had left the screen, and then it was like 1 potato, 2 potato, and then pretty much his gun had been drawn back out. And it seems like it's going to be taking quite a lot of time, and it's going to be, what's the word now? It's not going to be plausible or as viable to you to use the knife as it would be to use your gun, because it looks like they're finally going to make the knife have a very slow a slow pull out. I don't know what the word is, like redraw time to your weapon from the knife. So it's an interesting factor, really, because I've never really seen. Well, they didn't talk about it, but from the demo I could see, like, obviously the knife had become very slow and overcumbered or something like that. And obviously people have always gone on about this for time, ever since Modern Warfare 2 fucked it up and put Commando in, where people were like doing 10-foot lunges across the place. But then again, in Black Ops as well, 10-foot lunges do happen, even though there's no commando in the game. Well, there is a commando in the game, but it's a gun, so I don't know. And it don't make a difference when you fucking use the commando and you can knife people, so I don't really know. Sometimes it happens. And see there, that guy tried to knife me, but he just got blasted in the face. He was trying to use he was trying to use my fucking Olympia. He missed up both his shots. I fucking pulled out my quick secondary, pop, pop, just put him down with a pistol. Silence, you know how it is. But pretty much, man, that's what I thought, that's what I saw. I mean, that's the main kind of important thing that I've seen, and I don't even really think I've seen anybody else go on about it, like any big commentators and shit like that. But the knife melee redraw time, it looks extremely slow, and it will be interesting to see if this carries over to the multiplayer. But also on top of that, man, when you saw Robert Bowling live playing the demo, it was very interesting, really, because I don't know, it was kind of like the camera went into picture in picture, and then you saw like Robert Bowling's reactions literally as he was knifing him, and there was like a little smirk on his face. But I don't know whether or not he was just like generally smiling because he was standing in front of like loads and loads of people and that kind of shit, or maybe it was like, I don't know, maybe he was just like smirking because he was trying to portray that the knife is going to be proper slow and all that kind of shit. But seriously, man, if you've not already seen it, go back to the demo that they showed and watch the knife relay and tell me it's not slow, because I'm telling you, the knife relay looks absolutely slow. Slow as fuck, I was going to say, but I refrained from swearing, but I did it anyway. But seriously, man, it's the best thing they could do in the right direction. Going back to simpler days, going back to having a slow knife. In fact, I don't even know whether or not there was a slow knife. But anyway, it's irrelevant, off the point. Gold Olympia, 30-8. All noobed out on the other team, scraping face, you know how it is. But peace.